x, right? And in the second group, we cannot take out anything, but even though we cannot take out anything, we can take out a -1 because I need a 4 to become a positive and an 11 to become a positive, which is again, a negative times a negative is a positive, a negative times a negative is a positive, which is reminder that the thing in your parenthesis, the 4x plus 11, the thing in your parenthesis, they have to be exactly the same. So looking at this thing here, once they are the same, what do I have? Which is I take out a 4x plus 11, and my leftover is 2x minus 1, which is that is my answer. Okay, and again, the only reason I move number 11 next to number 10 just to show you that we need to do one, a few steps before we can do number 10, under number 11 umbrella, right? So again, looking at this thing here, question with 9, 10, or 11. Again, 9 is chapter 5, 10 and 11 we move to chapter 6, which is again, as you can see, we slowly move to chapter 6, and we slowly move to this problem here, which is, let me erase all the mark. So now we have this item, which is again, we have a rational expression divided by, reminder, we have to divide it by another rational expression. So how do we divide? Remember, ladies and gentlemen, how do we divide rational expression? Well, to divide rational expression, remember, we need to change it to multiplication, right? And then take the reciprocal. So again, the first thing we need to do is division. We need to change it to multiplication and then take the reciprocal of the second item, which is now, if you remember in class, I told you that you have one problem here, two problem here, three, not in class, in our meeting, 3 problem here and 4 problem here, right? You have 4 different factor problem. So in the first item here, the 3x, I make a mistake, guys. It has to be 3x squared minus 12x. Okay, so again, I make a small mistake. It has to be 3x squared minus 12x. Without the x, we create a higher problem. So again, there's an x on the back. 3x squared minus 12x, which is again, what can you factor out? Hopefully you guys say that we can take out a 3 and an x, right? Which is again, hopefully you guys say that on the first one, on the top, we can take out 3. And again, left me with x minus 4. 3x, not just 3, it's 3x on the outside. I kind of rush when I write this thing here. So again, I would edit it before I post it on Canvas for you guys. So it's 3x, and x minus 4. And on the bottom, hopefully you guys say that again, is that 2 number multiplied to give me 9, but add together to give me 6, which is 3 times 3, which is again, hopefully you guys remember that this is the easy factor. And again, is that 2 number multiplied to give me 12, but add together to give me 7? Hopefully you say that is 4 times 3 is 12, 4 plus 3 is 7. And x squared minus 16, hopefully by now, x squared minus 16 is x plus 4, x minus 4. Which is now, once you have this thing here, what do we do from here? Again, the only thing we do is, again, we have x minus 4 on top, x minus 4 on the bottom, we can cancel out. X plus 4 on top, x plus 4 on the bottom, they can cancel out. X plus 3, they can cancel out. So all of this thing here got canceled, all of this thing here got canceled, which is now, what is the leftover? The leftover is 3x all over x plus 3, right? There's an x here, ladies and gentlemen, which is, again, we have 3x all over x plus 3. So again, a reminder, the reason I give you this problem, or I just want to remind you that the 3 and the x, they cannot cancel out. The 3 on top is a monomial, the 3 on the bottom is a binomial. And again, in order for you to cancel out a binomial, they have to be exactly the same. If they are exactly the same, that's where you can cancel. This 3 and this 3 plus x or x plus 3 are not the same. Okay. So again, hopefully you guys remember that to divide, you need to change it to multiplication and then factor and cancel them out, right? So once you have this thing here, question with 12. Well, 13, we move to, instead of division, we have addition. So what is the difference between addition? Well, remember, addition or subtraction. Addition or subtraction, reminder that your denominator have to be exactly the same. So once they are the same, which is in this case, they are the same. And once they are the same, what do we need to do? Well, once they are the same, all we need to do is we combine the top and kept the bottom, which is again, x plus 7 all over x plus 6, which is now, is this my answer? Hopefully you guys say yes, because there's nothing you can cancel out. There's nothing you can factor them out, right? So looking at this thing here, this is what you have, which is x plus 7 all over x minus 6. So question with number 13, which is, yes, is that easy?